Living the path of humility and servant leadership. The gospel focuses on Jesus' final conversation at the temple court with the scribes and Pharisees who have taken the seat on the chair of Moses. Jesus precisely spoke to the crowd and the disciples, saying how they should observe what they say and should not follow their examples. And he says very clearly, for they practice and preach, but do not live the commitment in their lives. It's a wake-up call for the church of the Matthew community to live in the path of humility and servant leadership. James chapter 4 verse 10, humble yourself before the Lord and you lift you up. In the words of St. Teresa of Calcutta, humility is mother of all virtues, purity, charity, and obedience. It's in being humble that our love becomes real, devoted, and ardent. Do not call me master, but you have one master, the Christ. We have one instructor, the Jesus Christ. The humility means in our lives its significance in our faith journey as a disciple of Christ. This Sunday, let's reflect, pray over what are the areas we need to grow in humility. What are the ways we are ego-driven? Are we ready for dialogue, conversation? How are we to embrace the path of humility? It's a challenge to embrace humility. It's possible, it's feasible when we are completely dependent on God, obedience to God. In the church today, we need servant leaders or servant leadership. Mark chapter 10:45. For even the Son of Man did not come to be served, but to serve and to give his life as a ransom for many. John chapter 13:15. I have set you an example that you should do as I have done for you. In the words of Mahatma Gandhi, the best way to find yourself is to lose yourself in the service of others. When we are imbibed in God, the servant leadership is to lose ourselves in the service of others. Today, we need servant leadership, both in the church and in the secular context. May we be encouraged today to consider roles as leaders, whether in the family, workplaces, parishes, faith communities. Ask, what is a great hindrance in my life to embrace the servant leadership? Christ embodied humility and servant leadership throughout his life. As followers of Christ, do we strive to follow his example? Faith in Jesus Christ, love, respect, unity, stewardship, accountability, humility, teaching, serving, planning, counseling, ministering. In the perspective of servant leadership is vital in the church today. towards a Christian journey, what we need is the humility and servant leadership. When we embrace these virtues of love, respect, unity, humility, service, counsel, they are signs towards the path to true greatness in the eyes of God. The importance of faith, love, and humility in service in the context of church leadership and are designed to help leaders better serve their congregation, people of God, and promote spiritual growth. You have one instructor, Jesus Christ. Jesus spoke to the crowds and to the disciples, saying, "The scribes and the Pharisees have taken their seat on the chair of Moses. Therefore, do and observe all things whatsoever they tell you, but do not follow their example." Living the path of humility and servant leadership. You have one instructor, the Christ.